Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I'm gonna be going through the food tracker for Insanity Max 30, and we're using the container system here. And this is the food tracker sheet that you can get from the link below. So I'm just gonna simply go through what I would personally do when it comes to my food, and I'm gonna give you the example using the plan B, which is the one that I'm using because I'm over 150 pounds. So you get 5 meals, and the colors are the container colors, or if you read the nutrition guide and you're not using your container, it's a portion that belongs to vegetables, fruits, proteins, carbs, fats, seeds, and dressings, and the oils, or let's say peanut butter. Okay, so you have 5 meals, and basically you're gonna put the number of containers or portions that you're gonna eat in each meal. So I'm gonna give you what I would do. So first of all, I would start off by thinking about when am I gonna work out. So I personally like to work out either before my first meal or after my first meal. I'm an early bird. It wasn't easy to get myself to work out in the morning at first, but I've conditioned myself to get up and to work out on an empty stomach. But there are days where I wake up later, I have my breakfast, and then I have my workout in between meal 1 and meal 2. So that's what I'm going to be doing for this example. So my workout's gonna come in between meal 1 and meal 2. So I want to determine what's my post-workout meal going to be, because the post-workout meal is going to be somewhat different from the rest of the meals. After my workout, I've depleted my carbohydrate intakes, or my carbohydrates and my energy, so I want to replenish that by having 2 servings of carbs. And you can get one from fruits, which will give you some quick carbohydrates, and one from carbs, which can be more of the slower carbohydrates, or it could be another quick one, but I'm gonna probably be using either well, I don't know what I'm gonna be using, but I know that I'm gonna be eating a type of carb. Sometimes I do sweet potatoes, and for fruits I like to do either berries or bananas. Apples would work well too, because it's more in the sugary simple carb area. Then I want a protein. So as I put these numbers, I want you to remember that there's a certain amount of portions that you are supposed to eat per day. So we're done with the post-workout meal, because I do not want any source of fats in this meal. If you consume fats after a workout, what that does is it slows down your metabolism and digestion, and after a workout you want your carb and proteins to go straight to your body and be absorbed quickly. That's why when it comes to protein shakes, they're powdery and you just drink it and it gets absorbed quick. I'm not using protein shakes, so I'm just using food. So most likely I'm gonna be using egg whites with a sweet potato and some type of fruit. I also don't want any vegetables here. I don't want any fiber. I just want proteins and carbs, and carbs should be a little bit higher. That's why we have 2 servings from the fruit and from the starchy carbs. Okay, with meal 2 out of the way, we have 4 meals left, and now we can eliminate 2 other servings, because vegetables you have 4 per day and oils you have 4 per day. So given the fact that I've eliminated meal 2, I'm gonna add 1 serving of vegetable for all of my other meals. Now I don't like vegetables, but I'm doing this for my health, and I'm going to do the best that I can to get those 4 servings. And the oils, again, we've completely took care of the vegetables and the oils. We know when we're gonna have those. Now we're gonna determine the proteins. Why the proteins? Because this one's an easy one to determine. Now here's the rule of thumb. You want a protein serving every morning and every night, like when you wake up and before you go to bed. So the first meal is gonna have protein, and the last meal is gonna have protein. Now it's 4 servings and I already have 3. This is where it's optional for you whether you put it on meal 3 or meal 4. I'm personally gonna put it in this example on meal 3, simply because sometimes after my post-workout I get really hungry, and I want to have another serving of protein right after, so I'll skip meal 4. Again, that's my example. You can do whatever you want. So, but do keep a protein for breakfast, post-workout, and for dinner or your last meal. Now we're done with the vegetables. Let me just X them just so you see them, and with the oils and the proteins. So we have 2 more carbs, 2 more fruits, 1 blue container which is healthy fats, and then seeds and dressings which are also healthy fats. So my rule when it comes to carbs is always have them during the time periods where you're most active. So for me, because I wake up early, that means that my first 3 meals are the ones that I need the carbs the most. At night, I'm more sedentary and I don't do as much as I do during the early half of the day. So I want my carbs to be spread around my first 3 meals. So in the morning, I'll have another fruit serving and another carb serving. And that leaves us with 1 more for fruits and 1 more for starchy carbs. So again, here you have the option. You have 3 spaces where you can put them in. If you don't want to if you want to still have some carb, I would recommend that you do like 1 fruit here and 1 carb here, or the opposite, have the fruit over here and the carb over here. But that will take care of the carbs, and I will be not consuming carbs in the last meal, besides the ones from the vegetables, which is like nothing. Now I've purposely reserved the healthy fats and the seeds for these 2 meals, meal 4 and meal 5. The reason why is because I'm no longer eating as many carbs. I need something that's gonna provide calories to keep me full. If I don't have these calories at this time, what's gonna happen is that I'm gonna eat the vegetables and the protein, and then I'm gonna feel somewhat hungry within like 45 minutes or 1 hour, and that's not the point. I wanna feel better. So I'm going to have the blue container, or the blue portion, the healthy fats such as avocados and nuts and even low-fat mozzarella cheese. I'm gonna have it for my last meal. I don't want to go to bed starving. I might go to bed a little bit hungry or not full, but I don't want to go to bed starving to the point that I cannot sleep. So I'm putting those fats there, and I'm gonna put the seeds and dressings for meal 4, which from what it looks like, it's gonna be some type of salad. It's gonna be a vegetable, a fruit, seeds, nut, or a dressing. And I also have an oil, so I could also put some olive oil there. And that pretty much is it. I've taken care of the fats, I've taken care of the seeds and oils, I have all the teaspoons of oils, I have all the carbs, all the fruits, all the proteins, and all the vegetables. And that's simply an example of how you can schedule your day based on your activity. Again, this varies between people, and some of you have a completely different schedule than me. Some of you are going to be working out at night, so you might want to first schedule your post-workout so you know that you're going to replenish your body with the carbohydrates and the protein. So be sure to shift that, and don't assume that simply because this works for me that you can eat this way after a post-workout at night. So be sure to be flexible and follow the key guidelines I gave you. Start out with what meal is going to come after your workout. If you're working out at night, be sure that your post-workout meal is one of the last 2. If you're more active at night, maybe you move your carbohydrates to that time, and just be flexible. If you have any questions, be sure to ask them below or send me an email at coachdocs@gmail.com. You can also go to my website at teamsorefitness.com to get more tips and read some of my blogs. But I hope this helped. Be sure to like, subscribe, and I'm here to help you, alright? Keep eating good and keep pushing in your workouts. I'll talk to you later.